Amy's life. Vocabulary lesson. Instructions. Listen to the vocabulary lesson several times. Repeat the words and make sure you understand what they mean. What is up, boys and girls? Whoa, we are already starting another vocabulary module. We have come so far, haven't we? But don't worry, because we still have lots more to learn. I hope you guys are enjoying this and keeping up the pace. So let's stick with it. You are doing great. The first vocab word that you will see in our mini story is newspaper. This is a daily, weekly, or periodical publication on large folded sheets of cheap paper made from wood pulp. They contain current news articles, sometimes with pictures, from the local area or around the world, along with cartoons, editorials, and advertisements. We can buy newspapers from a newspaper stand, have it delivered to our house, or read it at a coffee shop or restaurant. Newspapers are a great way to stay up to date on what is happening in our area, country, and around the world. He read his newspaper over a hearty breakfast of bacon, eggs, muffins, and coffee. Have you seen today's front page newspaper article? To be doing a great deal of activities, be fully engaged or very occupied with something is to be busy. This is when you have a lot of things to do in a certain amount of time. You may have a lot going on or things happening at that moment in time. It is good to stay busy, but never too much. Staying busy makes us feel good about ourselves and we feel important. But if you get too busy, then you will get stressed out, which will affect your health. When we get too busy, then we aren't any good to do anything at all. I am very busy at the moment and cannot help you. My boss kept me very busy today. The next word we come to is hang. And it means that something is being suspended or dangling in midair, either by being held, tied, hooked to something else. It can also mean to cling, hold on tightly, or tenaciously to something. You can hang a picture on the wall, hang plants on a hook, or hang Christmas bulbs or objects on the Christmas tree. If you go out camping, you will need to hang your hammock up. You will also need to hang things up in the tree so ants and animals don't get it. My brother hung a poster on his wall. The car is being hung in midair by that cable. The section of a bridge, road, railway, or some similar structure that crosses over an obstacle such as another road, railway, or even water is an overpass. Many towns in smaller cities don't have an overpass, but if you live in a big city, you know what I am talking about. Many overpasses are highways that run through or around the city. Sometimes when a road comes up to a railway, it will either go over or under it. A bridge can also be an overpass where vehicles go over the water and boats go under the bridge. There was an accident under the overpass. Look at the map and count the overpasses in your city. Moving along at a great pace, we come to our following word, which is highway. It is the primary road that the public uses for traveling between important destinations such as cities, large towns, and states. People prefer to travel on highways in the city because they are faster than traveling on streets where there is traffic and many lights. When we travel to big cities, we will definitely use highways. Highways can vary from anywhere between a 2-lane road without margins to a multi-lane expressway, a freeway, or motorway. She drove down the highway at twice the speed limit. Use the highway instead of the road to get to your destination. Alright, now we have come to our second to last vocabulary word. A paved public thoroughfare, which generally includes sidewalks and is lined with buildings on which vehicles travel, is called a street. Every city or town has streets. If we go out on the street, we will either see people walking, riding bikes, and driving cars up or down the street. Streets can be lined with houses, buildings, and stores. All streets have names to organize the city better. I work on that side of the street. You must be very careful crossing the street. Now we have come to our last word, which is intersection. It is a road or street junction, or in other words, you could say that this is where two road streets meet or cross each other. An intersection will either have a traffic light or stop signs. Many accidents happen at intersections where someone was careless. People like to zoom through intersections without stopping to look both ways. Many intersections have crosswalks where people can cross the street or roads safely. Before crossing the intersection, look to see if the light is red. You may never jaywalk at an intersection. That's great for now. Keep studying these words until you learn them well. Then listen to the first episode about Amy where you will hear these words used in context.